Hey guys, welcome to Karate Kids Lesson 3. Thank you all for turning on the video. Today our lesson is going to have 3 parts, just like the last one. We're going to do a warm-up, a review, and we're going to learn some new moves. So let's jump right in. All right, time to get started with our warm-up. Today we're going to be doing something that is called a 4-directional. How that works is it basically combines 4 different exercises. And I'm going to do a couple to show you how it works, and then we're going to do a couple together. Okay, so here is how a 4-directional works. You're going to start facing the front, and you are going to do 3 jumping jacks. You don't have to do them yet, you can just watch me. 1, 2, 3. When you're done with that, you turn to the side, get down on the ground, and you're going to do 3 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3. When you're done with that, you stand back up, turn again. Now you're going to do 3 squats. 1, 2, and 3. Turn one more time, back on the ground for 3 more sit-ups. 1, 2, 3. And we stand back up, turn again. Now we're going to do the same thing, but only 2 of each. 2 jumping jacks, then 2 sit-ups, 2 squats, 2 more sit-ups, and then you'll go around and do 1 of each. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Now we can get started doing them all together. So now you guys can follow along with me. Start with the jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. Turn down on the ground for 3 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3. Back up again. Turn again, 3 squats. 1, 2, 3. Turn, back on the ground, 3 sit-ups. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Take a quick breather. Shake it out. Okay. Now we're on to 2. 2 jumping jacks. 1, 2. Turn, 2 sit-ups. 1, 2. Turn, 2 squats. 1, 2. Turn, 2 more sit-ups. 1, 2. All right. Last time around, take a quick breather, get ready. Make sure through this whole time you're doing those deep breaths we talked about last lesson. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, last one, let's do it. 1 of each. 1. 1. 1. And 1. Nice job, everyone. Those are actually quite tiring. As you can see, even I'm tired. Very good. I think now we will move on to our stretches. All right, time to do our stretches. We will start by making the big circles with our arms. I think you guys should remember this by now. I think we've done these ones in each lesson, if I remember correctly. Keep spinning them, make those circles nice and big. Okay, now we're gonna go the other way. Circles should still be super big. Good job. Don't forget to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. Now we are going to, let's see. I'm trying to remember which one's next. It's this one. You're gonna take this arm, shoot it across that way. This one, stick it straight up, and hold. Just gonna hang out like this for a little bit, relax. Make sure you're still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, wiggle out your arm. Other side, take this one, stick it across. This one, straight up. And keep breathing while you hold it. Very good. Keep it up just a little bit longer. All right, shake your arm out. Now you're gonna take this arm, stick it behind you, scratch your back, and this one you're just gonna rest it on top. Remember, this one's not pushing or pulling or anything, it's just kind of resting on top. And hold that for a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, very nice. Shake that arm out. We're gonna do the other side, and then we're gonna move on to legs. Take this one, scratch your back. This one rested on top. And again, it's not pushing or pulling, it's just kind of sitting there. Make sure you're taking deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, shake your arms out. Very nice. Let us move on to legs. You're gonna take your legs, you're gonna spread them apart. Try and get them as far apart as you can. And hold that for a little while taking deep breaths. Now we're gonna lean to this side, just like this. And hold that while breathing. And to clarify, when you're leaning this side, you're bending that side's leg. So you should have one leg bent, other one straight. All right, back in the middle, we're gonna hold this a little bit. Both legs are straight here. All right, last one. We're gonna bend the other leg, and this one is gonna stay straight. Hold that for a little bit, deep breaths. A little bit longer, you're doing so good, keep holding it. And done. All right, go ahead and shake your legs out. Shake your arms out. Nice job, guys. Once again, give yourselves a clap and a pat on the back. Very nice. All right, now we're going to move into our review. Okay, we are going to review our 5 moves that we have learned so far. So first, and just judging from what I've seen before, you guys are kind of masters at this, but we are going to make our fists. Take your hands, spread the fingers, fold, thumb on top. Once again, reminding that the thumb should be on top of the fingers right there so it doesn't get hurt. All right, now that we've got our fists, let us do our signature fighting stance. You're gonna take one hand up by the forehead, other hand down by the belly, and then the hand that matches the top, the foot that matches the top hand takes a little step forward. Perfect, just like that. All right. Okay, now let's do it the other side. Hands, fists, thumbs in the good spot. All right, other hand on top, other hand on bottom. Foot that goes to top hand, little step forward. You guys know this. You're professionals at this. Very nice. All right, now let us review our 3 punches. You guys remember what they're called? That's right, our regular punch, that one, our jab, that one, and our hammer fist, that one. Okay, let us practice those. Make fists, thumbs in the good spot. Let's do this hand on top and this hand on the bottom. Foot that matches the top hand takes that little step forward. All right. Let's start with our regular punch. That one has 5 steps. Do you remember what the first one is? That's right. You're going to take the bottom hand and retract it. Pull it back. Now show me what step 2 was. That's exactly right. You're going to stick it out. And step 3, you're going to flip it. And I'm sure you guys remember what comes next. Step 4, we're going to pull it back. And step 5, flip it again. Very good. Let's do that one 2 more times. Retract, stick it out, flip, bring it back, flip again. And one last time on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Now let's do our jab. That one only has 2 steps, but there's something a little bit different about that one. Do you remember what it is? Yeah, we do it with the top hand instead of the bottom hand. So we're going to take our top hand, and step 1, stick it out. Step 2, bring it back. Stick it out. And remember what I told you guys about candlestick up? That's where, imagine you're holding a little candlestick in your hand. You want the fiery bit pointing up. And bring it back. Let's do 2 more jabs on this side. Stick it out. Candlestick up and back. 1, 2. Very good. Now, for the last one, we're going to do our hammer fist. This one has 4 steps. You're going to take your backhand, stick it out like our T, swing, bring it back, flip. Let's do that again. Stick it out, swing, bring it back, flip. All right, for this next one, this is going to be our last hammer fist on this side. I want you to try to do the swing and the bring it back as fast as you can. Make sure you're someplace where you're not going to hit anything or anyone. All right? Okay. So I'm going to stick it out. Now I want you to do the swing and the bring it back super fast. Go. Swing, bring it back. And I already flipped my hand, but you guys can now flip your hand too, so you have the fingers pointing up. Very good. All right, we were holding our arms up for a little bit, so let's shake them out. And now we'll do the other side. Make fists. Other one on top, other one on bottom. And the top hand's foot takes that little step forward. All right, first, regular punches. We're going to do them with our bottom hand. Retract, stick it out, flip, bring it back, flip again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Now let's do our jabs. Out, candlestick up, back. Out, candlestick up, back. 2 more. Out, back. 1, 2. Something to clarify with the jab that I forgot to do. Make sure, it's kind of hard because your jab's all the way up here. The jab is a pushing motion, just like our regular punch. It's not a chopping motion. You're not moving down, you're kind of pushing. So sometimes it may look like I'm doing kind of a chopping motion, but I'm actually trying to bring it down and stick it out. So make sure you guys are doing the same. You just want to be sticking it out, not swinging. All right? With that in mind, let's just do 2 more jabs just to make sure. So stick it out. Remember, you're pushing, not swinging, and bring it back. Push and back. All right, very good. Now we will do our hammer fist. Take this bottom hand, stick it out, swing, back, flip. Out, swing, back, flip. And one last one. Let's do the swing and the bring it back as fast as you can. Out, swing and bring it back, and then flip. Very good. Okay, shake your arms out. Very nice. I think that is going to be all for our review today. And remember, if any of you has any questions about any of those moves, especially any of the punches, have your parents email me and I will help you with that. All right, today we're going to try our hand at 3 new moves. So the moves we've done in the past are punch, jab, and hammer fist are all different kinds of attacks. They're punches. Today we're going to be learning how to protect from attacks. We're going to be learning some blocks. So the first block I'm going to teach you guys is called the middle block. And here's what it kind of looks like at full speed. So now I'm going to break it down for you guys. So we'll start by getting in our fighting stance like usual. Make the fists, thumbs in the good spot. One hand on top, one hand on bottom, foot takes that little step forward. Very good. Okay, so blocks have a couple of steps. The first step is called chambering. Here is how you do a chamber. You're going to take this bottom hand and you're going to stick it out straight like this. Then you're going to take your top hand and you're going to stick it in your armpit. It looks kind of funny, but this has a lot of different applications that I'll show you guys later in the year. But for now, just trust me, this is what you need to do for a block. So we have one hand sticking out, one hand in our armpit. This is called a chamber. Now that we're chambered, you're going to take your hand that's in the armpit and you're going to do what I call the scrape. You're going to just take your hand and slide it down your arm to your other hand. So now you kind of made a little X thing. All right? Okay, let's do that again. So we're in our fighting stance. We have our fists. Bottom hand, stick it out straight. Top hand in the armpit. We have chambered. Let's actually do a couple more chambers just so you guys can get used to them. Stick out the bottom hand, top hand in the armpit. And again, stick out the bottom hand, top hand in the armpit. Just a reminder, this is called the chamber. Now that we've chambered, we take this bottom hand and we do the scrape. Slide it across your arm till you get to the other hand. Good. Here's what the next step is. You're going to take the hand that's sticking out straight. You're going to bring it back and flip. Then you're going to take this hand and you're going to kind of swing it up like this. You see that? So it kind of goes whoosh. So what that's doing, and I'll show you guys this later, is you're kind of scooping a punch out of the way to block it. All right, let's do that a couple more times. We're going to chamber. Stick this hand out. Other hand in the armpit. We're going to scrape. Slide down. This hand, we're going to bring it back and flip. And this hand, we're going to kind of do the scoop. All right. Let's do that just a few more times. We're in our fighting stance. This hand's on top. This hand's on bottom. This foot's in front. Okay. We're going to chamber. We're going to scrape. This hand's going to go back and flip, and this hand's going to scoop. All right, let's do it a little faster. Chamber. Scrape. This hand back and flip. This hand scoop. Okay, one more time. Chamber. Scrape. This hand goes back. This hand scoops. Very good. Okay, shake your arms out. So that is called a middle block. The next block we're going to learn is called the rising block. It's pretty similar. There's only one part that's different. We're in our fighting stance. We've made our fists, thumbs in the good spot. One on top, one on bottom. One foot takes that little step forward. Okay. So the first step is the exact same. We are still going to chamber. This one out, this one in the armpit. The second step is the exact same. You're going to scrape. The third step is the exact same. You're going to take this hand, you're going to bring it back and flip. This is the only part that's different. Instead of scooping like our middle block, you're just going to take your hand and lift. There you go. That is a rising block. You want to try and get your arm kind of by your forehead, maybe a little bit above. Actually, I take that back. Definitely a little bit above. All right, let's do that again. Fighting stance. Fists, thumbs in the good spot. You have one foot in front. Step 1, chamber. Step 2, scrape. Bring this hand back, which is step 3, with a flip. Now, instead of scooping, we're just going to lift it above our head. Good. Let's do it one more time. In our fighting stance, chamber, scrape, bring it back and flip, lift. Very good. All right. So the first one, the middle block, which is where we chamber, scrape, bring it back, and scoop. Then the rising block, chamber, scrape, bring it back, and lift. Now we're going to learn our third and final block, which is called the down block. This one is a little bit different. So we start in our fighting stance. We're going to stick this hand out just like before, but this chamber is a little weird. Instead of going in the armpit, for the down block, you're going to go to your ear. All right? So for the down block chamber, you go to your ear, not the armpit. All the other ones you go to the armpit, but for down block, you go to the ear. Okay? Okay. Now that we've gone to our ear, you'll scrape just like before, except this hand's on top now because you went to your ear. You'll bring this hand back just like before, and then we're going to take this hand and we're going to swing like that. So it's up here, and we swing it down. Up here, swing it down. Okay, that is a down block. Let's do it again. Fighting stance. We're going to do that weird chamber this time because we're doing a down block. We don't go to the armpit, we go to the ear for the down block. But we will still scrape just like normal. We'll bring this one back just like normal. And this hand's going to swing, kind of like you're almost trying to reach your knee. All right, let's do it again. Fighting stance. The weird ear chamber. Not armpit for the down block, go to the ear. Scrape, bring this one back, and swing. All right, shake your arms out a little bit. We're going to do the other side. Make our fists, thumbs in the good spot. New hand on top, new hand on bottom. New foot in front. We're going to start with our middle block. First step, we chamber. Sticking this hand out. Since we're doing our middle block, we're going to go in the armpit like normal. Okay? Now we're going to scrape. Bring this one back. Since we're doing the middle block, this hand is going to do the scoop. All right? So just remember, middle block, you're in the armpit, and you scoop. All right, let's do the middle block again. Chamber. Since it's a middle block, we go armpit. Scrape, bring it back. And since it's a middle block, we scoop. Let's do one last one. And remember, middle block is armpit, scoop. Okay, chamber, armpit, scrape, bring it back, scoop. All right, now we're going to do our rising block. We're going to chamber. Rising block also goes in the armpit. scrape, bring it back. Since this one's a rising block, we lift, we don't scoop. Okay, let's do it again. And just remember, rising block is armpit and lift. Okay, let's do it again. Chamber in the armpit, scrape, bring it back, lift. Okay, let's do it again. Chamber, armpit, scrape, bring it back, lift. All right, let's do one last rising block just to be safe. Okay, we're gonna chamber. Since it's a rising block, still armpit, scrape, bring it back, and since it's a rising block, do we scoop or do we lift? That's right, rising block lifts. Very good. All right, so remember, middle block is armpit, scoop. Rising block is armpit, lift. Now for the last one, our down block. Down block, we're in our fighting stance. Stick this one out. Down block goes to ear, not armpit. Okay? Down block, you go to your ear. Then you scrape, bring this one back, and swing. All right, so remember, down block is ear and swing. Okay, so middle block is armpit, scoop. Rising block is armpit, lift. Down block is ear, swing. All right, let's do the down block a couple more times. We're in our fighting stance. We're gonna chamber, we're going to the ear because we're doing down block. Scrape, bring this one back, swing. Very good. Let's do just two more. We're gonna chamber, go to the ear because it's a down block, scrape, bring it back, and swing. Last one, chamber, go into the ear, scrape, bring it back, and swing. All right, you can shake your arms out now. Very good job. So remember, middle block is armpit, scoop. Rising block is armpit, lift. Down block is ear, swing. All right, guys, today I have a special treat for you. I'm going to show you our 3 blocks in action. And to do that, I have a special helper. This is my little sister, Rachel. She also does karate, Shotokan karate, just like me. She's not quite a black belt yet. She is a brown belt, but she is still perfectly ready to help us out today. All right, and just a reminder before I show you guys this, 2 quick things. First of all, what I'm going to be showing you is just a demonstration of how the blocks work against an actual punch. Just a reminder, remember what our first secret of karate is. We only use karate on bad guys. Believe it or not, we are trained professionals. Technically, she's not a black belt, so she's not quite a professional, but she's really close. It's very important that you guys don't try this part at home. I'm just kind of showing you so you see how those blocks really work. All right, so just as a demonstration, again, don't try this at home. Rachel here is going to punch me, and I'm going to use our blocks to block the attack. All right. First, I'm going to do our middle block, which remember, chamber in the armpit, scrape, bring it back, and then this one scoops. All right. So Rachel's going to punch me. We're both in our fighting stances with good fists, thumbs in the safe spot. All right, so I'm going to chamber, scrape, and scoop. See how it kind of hits her punch out of the way? Okay, let's go a little bit faster. In our fighting stances. So we're here, I scrape. Go ahead. And I scoop it out of the way. All right, we're both in our fighting stance. I am going to chamber, hand in the armpit, scrape, bring this one back, and I'm going to scoop. So let's do that again in slow motion. Go ahead and punch. So the scoop hits her arm kind of like that and pushes it out of the way. Now, instead of punching me, she's kind of punching the wall over there, which is way better than punching me. I don't want to get punched. All right, let's try that again. So I'm doing my chamber, scrape, bring this one back, scoop her hand out of the way. Again, don't try this at home. I'm just showing you what that motion, what our scoop is actually doing. This is scooping that punch right out of the way. And just for your viewing pleasure, we're gonna do a really fast one just to show you how cool it kind of looks. All right, so that is how the middle block works in real life. Now I'm gonna show you the rising block. This one won't work quite as well just because I'm a little bit taller than Rachel. So the rising block is designed for people punching you in the face. And normally she wouldn't try and punch me in the face because she's shorter than me. Good karate strategy. You don't want to try and hit something up high that you can't reach. But we're going to show it anyway because it's just a little example. Remember, our rising block, we're in our fighting stance. We chamber in the armpit, scrape, bring this one back, and lift. All right, let's demonstrate that one. All right, I do my chamber, I scrape, I bring this one back, and lift. So this time, let's do that again in slow motion just from here. I'm lifting the arm to kind of get her punch out of the way. So now she's kind of punching up there instead of punching here, which I don't want. I'm lifting it. Okay? We'll do that again a little bit faster for you guys. And again, don't do this at home. This is just a demonstration to show you how our rising block works in action. All right, I'm gonna chamber, scrape, bring it back, and lift. All right, and last but not least, we are going to do our down block, which again, as a reminder, this one we chamber at the ear, scrape, bring back, and swing. All right, so this one, it actually works best for blocking kicks. So Rachel here is going to do a kick, which I haven't taught you guys yet, but don't worry. I'm actually going to be teaching you kicks in just a couple lessons. It's getting pretty close. And it's fun, because kicks are fun to do, but don't try any kicks at home. You guys will learn them soon. Again, expert demonstration. Don't try it at home. All right, so we're going to do our down block, chamber, remember ear, scrape, bring it back. Now she's going to kick, and I'm going to swing. Did you see how my swing motion hit the foot and kind of knocked it out of the way? Oh, we'll do that again a little bit slower. So again, I'm chambered at the ear, scrape, bring it back, and then I hit her foot with that swing. And that pushes her foot out of the way, and if you notice, in addition to her foot not hitting me, her back is also now facing me. She can't hit me with her back. So she can't even reach me with her hands anymore. So this is actually a really good position to be in. That's why the down block is so helpful. Okay, let's do a couple more, and then we'll do a fast one. All right, again, I'm chambering at the ear, scrape, bring it back, and swing. All right, and just for fun, again, don't do this at home. We're going to show you all three blocks again, but at super fast speed. All right, we'll start with our middle block, which is again, armpit, scoop. Again, reminder, don't do this part at home. We're just showing you how it looks in real life. So that was the middle block at super fast speed. Again, don't do this at home. Let's actually repeat that after me a few times. Don't do this at home.
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 Perfect. You guys can practice your blocks to the air. In fact, you're supposed to. Doing your blocks to the air in a place where you got plenty of space. But don't do them with another person. It's easy to get hurt, so do not do these at home. These are just demonstrations. All right, now we are going to demonstrate our rising block again, super fast. Again, don't do this at home. All right, Rachel, whenever you are ready. Okay, so you see, lifting it out of the way. And lastly, let's scooch over so we don't hit that wall. We're going to do our down block, which again, this one, remember, is by the ear. All right, Rachel? just like that. So we're here, we scrape, and we swing to get that foot out of the way, and it kind of turns her whole body when you do that, which if you ever continue on in your karate career and end up doing sparring many years from now, you will learn is a very useful trick. So that is all for this cool little demonstration. Again, don't do this at home. That was just a demonstration of what our blocks are doing. What you should be doing at home is practicing our different punches and our different blocks to the air. You don't want to practice on another person. You want to practice to thin air in a space where you have plenty of room so you don't bonk into anything. Remember, we're doing karate, so we got to be safe. All right, that is all for Miss Rachel here. Give her a big thank you for coming on by and being our special visitor. She may come back a different lesson, but that is all for her today. Thank you, Rachel. See you around. And that is all for today's lesson. In the email your parents have are details for this week's homework video. And I think that is everything. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week. Yeah, bye.